Seraphs of Dusk. The cold gleam of dying stars flickered in the void like an intricate tapestry of forgotten dreams, each point of light a haunting remnant of civilizations long devoured by the relentless hunger of time. Talem's ship, the Hover Brigade 736, drifted through the expanse, an oasis of battered metal forged in the fires of a world long lost. Jagged scars, etched by cosmic violence, adorned the hull, whispering tales of battles fought in the name of survival amidst the chaotic maelstrom of space. Inside the cramped cockpit, a cacophony of warning sirens shrieked their urgent pleas, piercing through the thick haze of adrenaline that enveloped Vin, Vorik, and Talum. The air crackled with the acrid scent of burnt circuitry and ozone, reminders of the fierce dance of death they had just participated in. A violent aria against the relentless droid legions sent by the Primals, twisted cores of menace spawned from the darkest nightmares of the universe. In the dim lighting, the 3 Stellar Order agents stood soul-deep amidst shimmering fluid, the last vestiges of existence preserved within glistening incubation pods. Each pod held a stellar-born angel, ethereal beings whose existence bridged the realms of light and shadow. But in this moment of tragedy, only 3 remained, their delicate forms lying dormant, suspended in shimmering liquid, ethereal visages framed by the transparent horizons of their capsule sanctuaries. As the bleak reality of their situation settled heavily upon them like a shroud, Talem's voice crackled through the thick air, a tempest of barely contained frustration spilling forth.
I've got 2 pods left. The hell are you 2 doing?
Vin, his brow furrowed with a mix of frustration and determination, focused intently on the 2 surviving angels, their fragile beauty hauntingly marred by the chaos they had endured.
Saving 2.
Vorick interjected, a sardonic edge sharpening his words.
Just 1. This one's dead.
Damn it.
Vin retorted, regret seeping through his voice like poison as he stole a glance back at the lifeless form. Each star-studded tear that slipped silently from his heart sank deeper into the abyss of despair. Talem's voice crackled, laced with impatience.
Are you 2 trying to cram credit quota?
No.
Vorick huffed, annoyance threading through his breath.
Pays the same no matter what the quota. Hey, did I mention it's mating season? Her organs are still functioning.
Shut up. No.
Vin snapped, his face twisting in disgust, fire igniting within him.
I don't want to hear another word out of your foul mouth. Just shut the hell up.
Talem laughed, a teasing note dancing on the edges of his words like fireflies in the dusk.
You do know there are thousands of them, right? Why are you acting like it's the end of the world?
Actually, I have a better question. Why are we finding and eliminating the Primals instead of saving the Stellarborn?
Vin's voice rose, a tumultuous storm of emotion that threatened to drown them all.
That's not our job.
Vorick replied flatly, dismissing the urgency in Vin's tone like one would a fleeting shade on a sun-drenched day.
Wouldn't it be a better thing to do? They're eliminating Stellar like clockwork, and they're barely losing anything. We are literally just picking up waste and watching the angels die unnecessarily.
Vorick's sarcasm dripped like poison.
Yeah, we should talk to the mothers and see what they think. I'm sure they'd love to entertain us with their infinite wisdom.
Forget it.
Vin's heart raced in outrage, the pulse of desperation echoing through him.
They'll just say things along the lines of, "We do not conform to the mannerisms of the Primals. They are hostile abominations."
Are you 2 going to help me get the Stellar in her pod?
Talem asked, his voice strained, taut with frustration, as he tried to maintain composure amidst the whirlwind.
Right, in she goes.
Vorick finally relented.
Commencing stellar incubation.
The ship's droid initiated, its mechanical voice echoing like a ghost from the past, permeating the air with a sense of ominous fate.
Ceiling ship, get inside.
Talem ordered, a tremor of anxiety evident in his command as he guided them back to the safety of the cockpit. The ship hummed like a restless beast, its metallic body vibrating with anticipation as they prepared to plunge through the dark spaces of the galaxy. Vin sighed deeply, the weight of their decisions heavy upon him like a mountain as he made the call to headquarters. As the hologram of Etalina flickered into existence, her poised demeanor and piercing gaze bore down on him with unyielding expectation, as if she held the universe's fate within her presence.
Agent Vin. Status?
Her voice flowed like refined steel, immediate, demanding, and unyielding like the edge of a blade.
3 Stellars are incubating in the pods. We found a few others, but they were either killed or didn't make it.
Have the pod droids made all the analysis?
Vin inclined his head solemnly, the steady whir of machines composing a harmonium of mechanical life around him as he approved the data feed.
Data is being loaded to you in about... now.
A taut silence enveloped the room, thick and charged, as Etalina scanned through the incoming information, her expression morphing as if she'd struck a vein of gold in the rubble of their despair.
Great stats.
Her gasp sliced through the tense air, reverberating with intense urgency.
Oh my god, you have a Seraph.
A Seraph? Wait, those are rare angels, aren't they?
Vin's mind raced, thoughts grappling with the dizzying possibilities that whirled around him like dark storm clouds.
1 in 100,000.
She affirmed, her eyes glinting like shards of ice, sharp and unyielding. Talem's voice rang sharply, brimming with irritation and disbelief.
Are you serious? I don't want that big of a responsibility on my ship.
Well, Agent Talem, today's your lucky day.
Etalina countered swiftly, urgency dancing on the edges of her voice like a flame in the wind. Vorick, unable to resist the urge for derisive commentary, chimed in.
Congrats, I'm really happy for you.
Damn it!
Talem snarled, his frustration bubbling over like magma, as if the very idea of responsibility burned through his veins.
Your ship is now labeled a priority. You must report to Mother's Den immediately.
Etalina commanded, the weight of authority woven tightly into her words.
The ship is on its way there anyway.
Vin replied, urgency blending with irritation, the tendrils of anxiety wrapping tighter around him. Talem grumbled, a hint of petulance lacing his words.
You bet. I want these things out of my hands pronto.
Hover Brigade surged forward, slicing through the tapestry of darkness. Vin felt a weariness descend upon him, curling around his soul like a shroud of heavy fog. But as he stole a glance at the containment pods, his heart seized at the sight of the once dormant figure within the link of pure light, the Seraph, beginning to stir, her cerulean eyes flickering as though they struggled against the grip of sleep.
Hey, Talem. She's waking up. Is she supposed to wake up?
Concern surged through him, softening the jagged edges of his anxiety. Talem waved him off, refusing to tear his gaze from the controls.
No, she's supposed to be catatonic.
Her eyes are blinking.
Vin's heart clenched in his chest, a tangled blend of fear and urgency igniting within him. The fluid encasing her undulated violently, threatening her delicate existence, gasping for air, a fragile candle flickering against the howling wind.
Hey, she's suffocating.
That's impossible.
Talem replied, his voice distant as spike-thin tendrils of disbelief clawed at his ego and the fabric of protocol.
Talem, open the pod.
Vin's voice became a guttural plea, terror morphing into raw energy, thrumming through his core like a desperate drum.
I'm not opening the pod.
Talem's refusal gnawed at the very essence of Vin's resolve, twisting inside him. Vin's voice hollered louder, reverberating through the cabin space like a warning siren, a chaotic crescendo.
Open the damn pod! Now!
Vorick's tone dripped with indifference, as if he were merely an observer.
She could die if we release her from the pod.
That's stupid.
Vin spat, disbelief crashing through him like waves against a cliffside.
Why would she? She's a stellar. She can practically breathe almost anywhere.
We could get in trouble. They would remain in the pod once inside. It's protocol.
Talem reiterated, resolve forming an icy wall.
She's supposed to be catatonic, right?
Vin pressed, desperation blurring the edges of his logic.
She's in her.
Answer the damn question.
Vin roared, a titan awakened from his slumber, fury pulsing through his veins with molten strength. Talem hesitated, sensing the storm building around him, the gravity of the moment suffocating.
Yes.
Vin's eyes narrowed, a sense of urgency coiling around him, like a serpent preparing to strike.
Does she look catatonic to you?
No.
Talem admitted reluctantly, the cracks in his resolve visible.
Open it. Damn it, Talem, open the pod.
Vin's command splintered the tension, shattering it into 1,000 jagged shards, echoing through the warp of metal around them. Before either Talem or Vorik could react, Vin lunged, grasping the control panel with raw determination, the fire of desperation igniting his senses.
Out of my way.
Vin!
No!
Vorik and Talem shouted in unison, their voices drowned by the thundering pulse of defiance awakening within Vin. The pod malfunctioned, bursts of energy blazing to life, its very essence churned into chaos. Vin wrestled the cap open, and with a rush, the nurturing fluid cascaded outward, soaking the floor with droplets of shimmering vitality. The Seraph gasped, her lungs pulling against the remnants of the pod's grasp, the liquid slipping away while her blurry consciousness fluttered like a delicate moth against the flickering flame of life. And then, everything shattered. The back of the ship's hull ruptured with a thunderous boom, the gales of space twisting the ship into a swirling tempest as its trajectory spun wildly out of control. Metal screamed against metal, the vibrations sending Vin hurtling across the cabin like a tossed marionette, his head cracking mercilessly against the cool steel, consciousness swirling away into the gaping maw of darkness.
Warning. Main hull breached. Primal infestation detected.
The ship's droid shrieked, artificial reverberations cutting through the remnants of chaos.
Damn it!
Talem growled, frantic determination surging within him, eyes blazing with the urgency of a warrior.
When will these parasites leave us alone?
Vorik's voice dripped with exasperation, his gaze scanning the horizon of terror approaching them.
I'm going to kill them for damaging my ship.
Talem yelled, fingers flying across controls, his resolve a pure sharpness in the tempest.
I got the guns.
Vorik assured, relish seeping into his voice, a predator ready for a kill.
Overload them.
I don't mind if I do.
Vorik replied, satisfaction pulsing through each word as they both prepared for their reckoning.
Min, is he okay?
Talem called out, concern morphing into urgency, like fire igniting in a dry field. Vorik's relaxed demeanor shattered as he replied,
He passed out. I'm sure he's fine. His biometric circuit should reboot any second.
As the men fought gallantly against the encroaching tide of primal parasites, Vin's consciousness flickered back to life, awakening into a world turned inside out. Through the haze of pain, he found himself gazing at the Seraph, her vivid eyes wide, reflecting fear. Fear of him, of the chaotic storm that surrounded them.
Look at me.
He soothed each word an anchor amidst the swirling chaos, a lifeline thrown into the tempest.
You need to trust me. I'm going to get you out of here, okay?
Voices of violence cut through the air like razors, familiar echoes of enemies encroaching on their sanctuary. The sharp command of the Primal General boomed over the pandemonium.
Hover Brigade 736. Surrender, Seraph, and your ship shall be spared.
Talem's response was visceral and loud, his fury a vibrant flame amidst the darkness. He screamed, unleashing a hail of firepower from the ship, a barrage of defiance. Vorick, fired up by the moment, retorted with fervor.
Hey, save some from me. I'm still loading
Well,
this.
hurry up!
Talem yelled back, urgency guiding his every decision. As Vin struggled to pull himself upright, fury burned through the chaos in his veins, igniting a roaring inferno within him. The primal screams of their enemies drowned into the background like a dull throb. Vin's focus was honed on one singular thought: survival. With every fiber of his being, he readied himself for what lay ahead. He needed an escape plan, a path to shield the Seraph from the storm of the Primals surging around them.
Hello, Estelle.
He murmured, searching for his completely loyal droid companion amidst the din of chaos.
Agent Vin, it's been a while since you've activated my code.
She replied, a calm that soothed the storm around him, a beacon of order amidst the chaos.
Detecting ship malfunction. What can I do for you, Agent Vin?
I need to get out of this ship.
Affirmative. The ship's hull is damaged, with 54% oxygen remaining.
She reported, each sentence buoyed by calculated efficiency, the edges of her voice crisp against the tension.
Scan for escape pods.
There are 2 stellar escape pods on board ship.
Estelle supplied, her tone calm and detached.
Location.
Why are you escaping ship?
She inquired, her query layered with an almost innocent curiosity, as if her purpose extended beyond a standard procedure.
Do you not detect a rare breed stellar?
Affirmative. Danger likelihood realized. Primal infestation is developing at a rapid rate. You have 2 other agents aboard this ship.
She expounded, her voice carrying the weight of revelation.
They don't care about the stellar.
Vin fired back, frustration bubbling to the surface like boiling water.
Abomination.
She echoed, her voice hardened by mechanisms of learned logic and duty.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Vin decried, a heavy weight crushing the spirit of optimism he clung to.
Pods are activated.
Can you breach escape pod mainframe? I'll need you with me for this mission.
Certainly. I am assigned to serve you after all.
She affirmed, binding her existence to his command, a lifeline woven through chaos. Vin turned to the Seraph, reaching out a hand, his heart pounding against the cloak of fear.
Come with me. Hurry.
Hover Brigade 736, this is your final warning.
The Primal General's voice thundered, a vengeful decree cascading throughout the void surrounding them, steeped in menace.
Make our sacrifice count, man.
Caleb roared, bloodlust painting the embers of his existence.
We need to move.
Vin commanded, pulling the Seraph alongside him, a guardian fierce in his devotion. They dashed to the escape pod, the weight of the universe pressing around them like a coffin, heavy with despair. Alarms screamed, warning them of the approaching doom, of the death that loomed like a specter intent on gnawing at their souls as the primal ships surrounded them like vultures hungry for carrion.
Escape pod deployed.
Nobody comes for us when we're in danger. What kind of life have I been born into? Why am I saving this creature I don't even believe in? What the hell am I doing? Who the hell are you? I hope you're worth it.
I'm trapped in this cycle, stress all around me. Every single move I make, they just keep knocking me down. Three sisters jetting in, their laughter mixes with fuss. But can't you see how I'm trained? Still I'm fighting this trust. They think they really know me, but they don't know the pain. With the weight of the world on my shoulders, I'm stuck in this rain. Angels up in the sky, yeah, I'm grounded in my fears. Got a mission to save, but the noises draws near. Yeah, get in line, listen up, I'm screaming deep in my mind. While they chuckle and they jump, many more worries behind. Feeling flustered and heated, battling foes every day. Enemies lurking in shadows, but they're blind to my way. Heart racing, can't ship this pressure, it's hard to keep pace. Stay focused, stay clear, but I'm lost in this race. They don't see all the stakes, all they want's the fun and cheer. While I'm caught in this chaos, man, I'm coming undone.